All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Sean Ryan.
I'm Shannon Masquay-Atkins.
And this is Cousin Creators. We know that we are so long overdue for this. I think it's been since Thanksgiving of
23?
23, something like that. But we were supposed to come back and hold each other accountable. And I think that, you know what, we just haven't done it in a public way. So
Yes. Because we are
sorry
always
about
rooting for
that.
each other in the background. We really are. And
Definitely.
like telling each other to keep going for this
Right.
social media life.
Right.
Oh my God.
So today we would just wanted to come back and just give a little update, right here on my channel. So, this is a busy working girl. So I just want to have a couple moments to talk to her about her things. So why don't you tell us about what's been going on in your life in the last 2 years since we last saw you?
Okay. So much has went on. I moved. Oh wow. Have I moved twice? No, I moved once. I moved once to Delaware because I think last in 2023 I was in PA. So I live in Delaware now. I have both my kiddos. Well, I have one in daycare, one in ABA. And I'm doing my business full time now. Mm-hmm. And it's been really wonderful. I have learned so many different things. I've gained so many different skills over the last 2 years, literally either with the guidance of a mentor or self-taught, or just like a client that just really wants to take a chance on me, which has been great. I had to go back into my business full time because my part-time job, I was fired.
Okay.
So,
happens, real life.
real life. But it was definitely a blessing in disguise because getting back into my business, I've met even more great clients. It just really set me on a good path. So.
And what do you think were some challenges that you came across in your process of starting your own business and moving into that direction?
Well, I guess I doubted myself. I think when I first started, like we were in the Army and I didn't have rent over my head. I didn't have, a lot. Well, not a lot was covered by the service. But that's a different conversation. But the housing was. Right. So I didn't have that fear. So I could really kind of do my thing. But when I got let go of my job, it was fearful having to go back into full-time entrepreneurship because to me, it was going back into uncertainty.
Yeah.
But what I really learned is the uncertainty was my part-time job that fired me 2 weeks before Christmas.
Wow. Wow, that yes. Sucks. And we're a mommy too.
We're a mommy. Yeah, we're a mommy. Cool. We didn't need that. We had gifts were already bought with money that she thought was coming.
Right.
But it's literally, like I said, a blessing in disguise. And we're here now. Life is gonna keep lifing. So I try to look at the lesson in it all.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's so cool that we've had some personal conversations that always remind us that life is always lifing, and what we do with it is the big thing. We have no control over a lot of the things that happen to us, but it's just literally how we react to it. So it always moves me, and I'm so inspired by the fact that you took these difficult moments in life and turned them into something else, and you're thriving and you're moving forward to making it all work for you. So I guess my next question would be, what is some of the words of advice that you would give to people who are maybe in your same position, who want to do something different? Maybe they're not necessarily fired, but they're ready to quit. Cause that's another thing too. Like a lot of times so many of us realize that the jobs that we've always been doing are no longer serving us. So what do you think is some advice for people who are getting ready to take that step in entrepreneurship?
My first step of advice is definitely have good people in your corner. And you don't need a lot of people, but you do need the right people, because as much as you said, I'm an inspiration, You inspire me.
Aw.
You inspire me, cousin. We
Thank
get on
you.
those calls
Yes,
and
yes.
we go back and forth about things, and I tell you about my treacherous life, and
It's not treacherous.
and like we always can laugh, or you can bring me back to the positive, or you tell me how to get back into my business. Like you always bring me back to it. So it's really about having the right people in your corner, because if you have someone that's doubting you whilst you're doubting yourself, it's hard. It's really hard. And to also have the mindset of entrepreneurship is you having control. I know it feels uncertain, especially in the beginning, but a job is also uncertain in the beginning. I mean, they give you 90 days for a reason. They might cut you too. So bet on yourself. Like if you really have, an idea that you really can make profitable, and in the switch to entrepreneurship, it's not damaging to if you got a family, or, you got a certain life you want to keep up, or if you're okay with just, living beneath your means for a little bit, then do it. Because those other things are real. Like, no, like I'm glad I'm starting to see videos like, I'm not going to tell you to quit your job and become an entrepreneur.
Right.
Because you do need a plan.
Right.
You do need a plan. So I guess that'd be my third step. Have a plan.
Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because unless you just have that access to that resource, you got to figure out how you're going to keep that resource coming in while you're going through the building of your business. Now, more specifically, your business is in the social media spectrum. Could you go into a little bit more detail about exactly what you're doing in your business?
So social media, and then like most recently operational support. But with social media, I'm doing a lot of management on like across a lot of different profiles. And just getting consistent content out there, making sure I'm doing trend forecasting, getting that to the clients, having fresh strategies and different things, pivoting when it's time to pivot. So pretty much for social media, I'm your person that's sitting on social media all day for you. I'm telling you what's going to pop, what you should do that's authentic to your brand. I'm really studying it. I'm studying your competitors. And then I'm just getting the content out there once I have like a clear plan in mind. So that's what I do for on the social media side. And operational support is I just pretty much lend a hand in your business. Like wherever, my specialty is needed, whether that is email marketing, whether that's calendar management, whether that is course management, because a lot of entrepreneurs have courses they need help with the back end management. So that has also been fun, because as much as I do love social media, it's very subjective.
Yeah.
Very
So where do you think the future of social media and it coinciding with business is moving in the next 4 years?
I think people are finally taking social media seriously. I think people realize that it is something they need to put money in. So honestly, I think it's just going to keep chugging along. People are going to keep selling on socials, and, new platforms are going to come up. I think Threads is really going to be really take the place of X. Like I really do see that coming. And just more opportunity for authentic creators to really make a name for themselves. That's what I see.
Cool. And one of the other big conversations right now is the expansion of AI. So what do you think AI's place in the business model and in social media as well will be in the next 4 years as well?
Sadly, I know it's going to be like all these AI videos and pictures at some point.
Yeah.
I hate that though. So I see that, but people don't really like that. So I think I see it being a big push for it and it being everywhere, and then us dialing back and being like, we hate this. I hope, or unless I'm alone in it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I feel like people are split with the whole AI thing. And I really think that's it. Obviously, a lot of people are using AI for their captions and their copywriting. I think that'll continue, but I think that's a help, and that helps you save time if you do it properly.
Yeah. So I think I agree with you. Like, I think that there's like a lack of authenticity that will come when we put too much of our focus on AI instead of still relying on, humans and the creativity of a regular person. So we do need to be conscious of that. But like you said, I do think that it's going to be engulfed into our world in so many ways as well. So we will see where life with AI and how it works with business and social media and other things on our planet work, because hopefully there are some advantages to it being in our lives as well.
There's definitely advantages, but I just think with anything, there's always going to be someone that's abusing it. And I
Yeah.
think we're already seeing it being so abused.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so I think like maybe you think we need some form of like regulation with it.
Yeah, like people putting up a picture and it's a completely fake AI body. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair at all.
Right.
So yeah, I think there needs to be some sort of regulation. I get social media and you want your freedom of speech and freedom to post and all the things, but like there's fake things going on. Like there's AI voices and there's like I can see it going a bit too far.
Yeah, and I mean, keyword, like I think like that is the bigger conversation about like how we need to still differentiate what's artificial and what's reality, because so often we're dealing with people who are accepting the social media world or what they see online as what life is like in real life, and that's not really what it is. So we do need to still make sure that we have that realization that it's like, okay, this is not real, this is real, and not move in that space, because I think that turns into a whole nother conversation about like how people are making decisions about beauty based off of these false images, which they've kind of always done
They've
when it comes
always
to like
done, yeah.
you know, like photoshopping and everything like that, when in reality it's like you got flaws and stuff on your body, but those flaws are and those imperfections are actually what make us so beautiful, and we can't lose sight in that. So hopefully, and that's the same thing with the creativity part of things, so I hope that we don't lose sight in that. So did you have any last words to give to the viewers out there about your business and where to find you?
Oh, yes. Well, I am taking on new clients, so you can find me at themarimanagement.com or online everywhere at Marie_management. And listen, anyone trying to do this entrepreneur thing, do it in the way that is most comfortable for you. And I know they say like sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to make something move, but truly in these times we are in, I get still needing some comfortability in the hustle of it all. So don't lose that.
Absolutely. So we hope that you guys have enjoyed this quick check-in of Cousin Creators, and
Maybe we won't let 2 years go by.
yeah,
So the next one.
I don't think so. I think we're in a different place now that we'll be able to, get things taken. But life really happens, and you can't help it. You just pick yourself back up wherever you are, and you just keep going. So we hope that you guys enjoyed it, and we hope to see you another time. I'm Sean Ryan,
I'm Shayna Mascoy Atkins.
and this has been Cousin Creators. Thank you so much.
Thank you.